Let's talk about the Pisces lunar eclipse happening on Sunday. Eclipses are highly fated events, as we know, and they are fated because there is a simple reason. Lunations are happening very close to the lunar nodes, which are the karmic kind of anchor thread in the sky and in your chart. This Pisces eclipse is 3-degree orb from the nodes, so it's a very highly intense and fated one. And this full moon eclipse is going to ask us to release. And of course, the universe is not going to ask us to release the highest expression of the axis Pisces Virgo. So for us, me first, who have some Pisces Virgo placement, and even all the mutable Gemini and Sagittarius too, we're going to be asked to release the lowest expression that we still carry. So this is kind of easy to spot actually. I'm going to share the wheel. You can look at the houses or house that occupy Pisces Virgo in your chart, and you can see the arena of life where it's going to play. But the themes, basically, Pisces in the lowest expression is missing boundaries, victimhood, checking out, escaping through addictions and avoidance. And I know them well. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so it's where everything is kind of a big oneness, chaotic. It's beautiful too, but it can be this way on the lowest archetype. And then comes Aries, who comes and put boundaries and put it about the self. But in Pisces, there is little self actually. People can just have you carry their shit and you just don't even see the difference between yours and theirs. And so the Virgo archetype in the lowest expression is often being forced to submit, having a pattern of submission that comes from childhood and has been often repeated in relationship, depending on the house where it falls. Patterns of shame, guilt, humiliation, overcritical thinking towards yourself and others. The self-deprecation voice you have in your head could often be related to Virgo. I have that myself and I know it very well. So the Virgo sixth house archetype carries the story of servitude, where you have unequal power dynamics. The eclipse highlights where that dynamic is playing out in your life. So you look at the houses, then you listen how these archetypes are playing in your life. And the truth is, the way I do astrology is that because I'm Pisces South Node, I am all about listening and tuning to the events, the stories, the thought in your life and see what is playing. If you listen to the universe, he speaks to you all the time. So listen to the stories, the thoughts, the patterns coming in your life from this weekend to it can be 1 year coming about these low expressions of the Pisces Virgo archetype and see what is coming. And that is really what is going to be asked to release. So in the end, it's not that hard to spot. Me, I see them coming very loud, even without using my predictive tools. I just see the patterns of the archetypes, see my houses, and I hear them talking to me every day. So it might not be comfortable, of course, but I mean, growth doesn't happen with a big hug from the universe usually, except if we are very, very enlightened. But even then, I think. So we might be pushed to release, forced to release, but as usual, with the big picture and a bit of time, we're going to see it was to come back to our truth, to our alignment. So just be patient and we're going to see. So let me know what happens in your life, and I'm going to be listening to you and to the universe.